bring you in on this big behemoth of a truck. It's got a lift kit on it. It's got some big wheels and tires. I'm going to show you a couple tricks and strategies. We've got these oversized knobby tires. Now, we do not take care of this weekly. This is a as needed basis. This customer, he owns a cement manufacturing company, so this thing gets very dirty. I wish I'd taken a before shot, but once again I get so fixated on just cutting to the chase, I forgot. So here we are, we're still in the process. The undercarriage has been cleaned. The tires are a nightmare to clean because you put dressing on them, all the dirt sticks to it. How do you clean that off before you redress them? How do you dress it? So how do we handle that? Well, the wheels are pretty straightforward. I've already discussed in-depth wheels, but tires, okay, with big knobby tires, how the heck are you going to dress these with a sponge, a traditional tire dressing sponge? So back in the day, what I used to do is I would just take my tire dressing and just shoot it directly onto the tire like that, and just kind of coat it as far as the knobbies go. Unfortunately, what happens is that too much collects in there, and then as the truck rolls down the road, it slings dressing all over the rocker panels, and on a white truck or a light colored truck, that's going to be messy and problematic. So what I do is, because there's so much material and surface space on the undercarriage, I do use my wheel well dressing, which is the hyper dressing diluted down like 4-to-1, 3-to-1, 2-to-1. You can go with whatever consistency you want. Now with the wheel wells, I don't want a thick dressing, and it doesn't have to be overly shiny like on the tires. So I've got my diluted wheel well dressing, and I'm just going to shoot it up into here. And I'm shooting, and you've got to make sure you do it in the right stage, because the dressing, now I've shot it, it still shows white. What will happen is this will dissipate and it will become clear and just be completely shiny. So when you pull back, the undercarriage looks perfectly clean, black, and detailed. And you got to get in the right stage, because you're always going to get overspray. So you don't want to wax and do the windows before you spray dressing, because you're going to have to go back over your work. We never want to repeat our steps. So proper sequence is important. Now, what I started doing years and years ago on these big knobby tires where customers wanted them dressed is I take my spray shine, or shine spray by Stoner, and this will create an even light dressing on the knobby part only. Okay, here's the front corner shot of this behemoth we are doing. Alright, some time has lapsed, and now we can take another look at the wheel wells. There's just a couple spots that are still showing white from the dressing, but when you pull back that undercarriage, the wheel well looks better than new. I have dressed the perimeter, the big knobby part of this tire, and these wheels, in case you're wondering, are 20-inch wheels, and it's a 37-inch tire by 13.5, and I think on big knobbies like this, that's all inches versus metrics like the performance tires. Anyhow, so I have not dressed the sidewall yet. I'm going to do that in a traditional way with a sponge, but this big knobby area of valleys, mountains, ridges, whatever you want to call them, that spray shine, the aerosol dressing is ideal for that. Up here, once again, the shock tower, springs, everything, you can still see some drips of dressing, but that will dissipate. And under here I'm less concerned, because really I just want it from a distance to look all perfect.
Once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too.